is working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. The Horned Frogs ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So North Carolina's offense will take the field first. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Lopez to pass. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So TCU's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot, not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this.
Turning it on! All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big-picture TCU. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Grab behind the line, it's Payne. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Hoover. Snagged in the middle, it's Payne. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Horned Frogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Grab near the marker, it's James. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the first down.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The give to the back. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the Tar Heels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He goes out of bounds right at midfield. The Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on 4th down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And the Tar Heels get it past the sticks.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution. Critical down.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. The give from the gun. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Lopez wants to fire. Firing to the right, complete. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Tar Heels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal. He'll do it himself. Striving for the goal line. Loose football. Past the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that's the kind of play that can win you the game. You're on defense. It looks like the opponent's just going to run it in for an easy touchdown. But you create the takeaway. You scoop and score. It's a game-changing play. It's a momentum-changing play. And you can see on the sideline right now, they are completely galvanized by that defensive score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. QB draw. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
Unloads quickly. On his feet at the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Takes the handoff. It's Payne. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
Setting up the screen. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
They're trying to slam it in. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Men, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Intercepted, and the defense has set them up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players They jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Barnes.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Got his man in the middle. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside to hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Got it! He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Lopez to pass. Using the quick game.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Going to swing it on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Right on target this time. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Looking for space. It's Gauze. Got the first down and still on his feet. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Lopez wants to fire. He's taking the shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. On to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Keeps it on the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to go up top and times running out in the half. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Lopez to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Got it set up on the outside.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Tar Heels come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Oh, he missed it. No good. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Missed field goal, still down by 24. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kenan Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
A third down try for the offense. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Makes the catch. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the shotgun, they'll run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Catch in the middle. It's McAllister. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Going for the big play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Keep it on the ground. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've get
picked off. What a play to set him up.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense because you don't have hands? Yeah.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Lopez wants to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude, keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
Makes the catch. It's Robinson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for room. It's Gauze.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical third down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
Big guy smells it. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, UNC!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Arizona State dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite quarterbacks from Jake Plummer to Brock Osweiler, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Back to pass. It's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. To the air on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
And the Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Barnes. There he goes. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll go to the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Caught in the backfield, it's James. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Finds his big tight end. Knocked off his feet.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down will open up the final period. Wants to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Caught in the backfield, it's Payne. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. No good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. On the run, it's Goff. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on fourth down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big games.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, North Carolina. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Bailey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Got the quick completion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
On the ground, it's Barnes. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Hines is tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Fires to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And the Tar Heels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The Tar Heels come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Lopez to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the Tar Heels pick up the first down.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They'll go to work in the air on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And here they come, almost all the way back. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Virginia Tech was far from the friendly confines of Lane Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll do it himself on the draw.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Snagged out of the air. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. The give to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run. Sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
He's taking the deep shot. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do.
The defense can taste blood in the water. They've got fourth down. They know that the offense can't try to kick a field goal. They need one more stop. I wouldn't be surprised if they get aggressive here and bring an all-out blitz.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. Lopez wants to fire. Fakes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this to tie us up in the final minute. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And with 3 seconds left, a last chance to extend the game into overtime. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that's going to tie it up. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. And finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Nichols. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Under fire! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Gets it out quickly. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. And he throws that thing just inside the left upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's 1st down. Off play action on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
To the air, it's Hoover. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, these QB's got it.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw.
He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this, they come down to the wire. You got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game decided in regulation. Just very frustrating to lose a game, especially like this in OT.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.